Welcome to this in-depth journey through one of the most powerful empires in world history, the Ottoman Empire. Spanning over 6 centuries, the Ottomans shaped the course of history, influencing Europe, Asia, and Africa. In this documentary, we will explore the origins, expansion, golden age, and eventual decline of the Ottoman Empire. The origins of the Ottoman Empire. The story of the Ottoman Empire begins in the late 13th century during a period of immense change in Anatolia, a region in modern-day Turkey. A small Turkish principality, led by Osman I, began its journey toward greatness. The region was filled with fragmented states, and the Byzantine Empire was weakening, unable to defend its territories. Osman I, with his strategic vision, unified the Turkish tribes and led them to success in battle, capturing lands along the western edge of Anatolia. It was here, in the rugged terrain, that the foundation of the Ottoman Empire was laid. Osman's vision would become a beacon of power for centuries to come. Osman's successors, including his son Orhan and grandson Murad I, continued to expand Ottoman territory. Orhan expanded into the Balkans, while Murad's military campaigns saw the empire gaining crucial footholds in the region, laying the groundwork for future dominance in southeastern Europe. The fall of Constantinople, the beginning of Ottoman dominance. A defining moment in the empire's history came in 1453, under the reign of Mehmed II, known as Mehmed the Conqueror. The Byzantine Empire, once a dominant force in Europe and Asia, was on the brink of collapse. Constantinople, its capital, was surrounded by Ottoman forces. Mehmed, determined to bring down this once mighty city, launched a historic siege. The Ottomans used groundbreaking military tactics, such as massive cannons that could breach the city's formidable walls, and their navy blockaded the city from the sea. After weeks of relentless siege, Constantinople finally fell on May 29, 1453. The fall of Constantinople marked the end of the Byzantine Empire and the beginning of a new era. Mehmed II transformed the city into Istanbul, the heart of the Ottoman Empire. He ordered the construction of monumental architectural structures like the Topkapi Palace, which became the seat of imperial power, and the Grand Bazaar, which would grow into one of the largest covered markets in the world. Istanbul became a crossroads of cultures, religions, and trade, a fitting center for an empire that spanned 3 continents. The rise of Ottoman power, the Golden Age. Following the conquest of Constantinople, the Ottoman Empire expanded at an astonishing pace, reaching its zenith under the rule of Suleiman the Magnificent in the 16th century. Suleiman, known as the lawgiver for his sweeping legal reforms, oversaw an empire that stretched from the gates of Vienna in the north to the deserts of Arabia in the south, and from North Africa to the eastern fringes of the Mediterranean. Under his leadership, the Ottoman military achieved remarkable successes. He not only conquered vast territories, but also ensured that the empire's military structure was both disciplined and innovative. Suleiman was not just a warrior. He was a patron of the arts, a scholar, and a statesman. His reign saw the flourishing of Ottoman culture, with architects like Mimar Sinan designing masterpieces such as the Süleymaniye Mosque in Istanbul and the Selimiye Mosque in Edirne, which became symbols of Ottoman grandeur. Suleiman's rule was marked by an intricate balance between military conquest, legal reform, and cultural advancement, making this era one of the empire's most prosperous. The Ottoman administrative system and military might. One of the key factors in the Ottomans' ability to maintain such vast territories for centuries was their sophisticated system of governance. The Sultan, who wielded ultimate authority, was supported by a powerful bureaucracy and an advisory council that included the Grand Vizier and other ministers. One of the most remarkable elements of Ottoman governance was the millet system. This system allowed religious minorities, such as Christians and Jews, to govern their own communities with relative autonomy under the overarching authority of the Ottoman state. This approach promoted a sense of religious tolerance and social stability, ensuring the loyalty of diverse populations. In the military, the Janissary Corps stood as a symbol of Ottoman military might. These elite troops were originally formed through the Devshirme system, a practice in which Christian boys from conquered territories were taken, converted to Islam, and trained as soldiers or administrators. The Janissaries became a formidable fighting force, and their loyalty to the Sultan was unmatched, giving the Ottomans a powerful military advantage for centuries. Trade also played a crucial role in Ottoman success. The empire sat at the crossroads of Europe and Asia, controlling key trade routes that linked east and west. Through cities like Istanbul, Cairo, and Baghdad, goods such as spices, silk, and textiles flowed, making the empire a commercial hub. The spice trade, in particular, brought immense wealth, and the Ottomans capitalized on their control over the Mediterranean to dominate trade. The decline, internal and external challenges. Despite its enormous success, the Ottoman Empire began to experience cracks in its foundation by the late 17th century. The military and administrative systems, which had once been the empire's strength, started to decline. In 1699, the Treaty of Karlowitz marked the first significant territorial loss, as the empire ceded lands to Austria, Poland, and Venice. This loss was emblematic of the Ottoman Empire's gradual weakening. The rise of European naval powers, such as Britain and France, undermined Ottoman control over crucial trade routes. Meanwhile, the internal challenges, corruption, economic decline, and a growing inability to modernize exposed the weaknesses of an empire that had once been the dominant force in the world. In the 19th century, the empire, dubbed the sick man of Europe, faced mounting pressure from nationalist movements in the Balkans, as well as European imperialism. While reform efforts such as the Tanzimat reforms sought to modernize the military, economy, and legal systems, they were met with resistance from conservative factions within the empire. The Tanzimat reforms did introduce new legal codes and infrastructure improvements, but they could not prevent the increasing fragmentation of the empire. World War I and the end of the empire. The final blow to the Ottoman Empire came during World War I. The empire sided with the Central Powers, Germany and Austria-Hungary, in the hope of reclaiming lost territories. However, the empire was defeated in 1918, and the Treaty of Sèvres was signed, which dismantled the empire and led to the loss of vast territories in the Middle East, North Africa, and Europe. The Ottoman heartland of Anatolia came under occupation by Allied forces, and nationalist movements within the empire, led by Mustafa Kemal Ataturk, began to gain traction. Ataturk, a military leader and visionary, led the Turkish War of Independence against both the occupying Allied forces and the remnants of the Ottoman government. In 1922, the Sultanate was abolished, and the Republic of Turkey was established, marking the official end of the Ottoman Empire. The Ottoman legacy. The legacy of the Ottoman Empire is still felt today. The architectural wonders of Istanbul, like the Hagia Sophia and the Blue Mosque, stand as enduring symbols of Ottoman grandeur. The empire's system of governance, especially the millet system, influenced modern nation-states in the Middle East and Southeast Europe. The cultural diversity and tolerance promoted by the Ottomans left a lasting impact on the regions they ruled, creating a mosaic of languages, religions, and traditions that continue to shape these areas today. Furthermore, the Ottoman legal and administrative structures became the foundation for modern systems of governance in many of the former Ottoman territories. The culinary traditions that arose during the empire's reign, particularly the fusion of Middle Eastern, Central Asian, and Mediterranean flavors, remain integral to the cultural identity of countries across 3 continents. As we conclude this journey through the rise and fall of the Ottoman Empire, it is clear that its impact is still present in the world today. The Ottoman legacy is not just a historical memory, it is alive in the cities, cultures, and people who were shaped by this vast and powerful empire. Thank you for joining us on this journey through history. Like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more historical deep dives into the fascinating stories of the past.